All right, here we go. WNBA's officials exposed blatantly cheating for A'ja Wilson. I mean, this is blatant cheating. Brianna Stewart pissed off about it after the game, and she was had to speak to the media. This is nasty.
Welcome back to Clark Today Update, buddy. If you thought the professional basketball world was finally going to settle down, think again. We have one of the most chaotic, unpredictable, and controversial weekends in league history to break down today. On one side of the country, a complete hostile takeover unfolded in Portland, featuring a phenomenal, historic, record-breaking performance and a highly controversial player silencing an aggressively booing crowd. On the other side, a massive officiating controversy has completely divided the fan base. We are talking about the New York Liberty, the Las Vegas Aces, and a highly questionable final-second referee decision that left superstar Brianna Stewart absolutely furious during the post-game press conference. Was a controversial call made to protect A'ja Wilson at the most critical moment of the game? Did the officials take away a potential game-tying comeback? Do not miss a single second of this video, buddy, because we are diving deep into the historic performances and unbelievable controversies that are shaking the sport to its very core. Hit that subscribe button, and let us jump right into this incredible story. Let us head to Portland, Oregon, where the Indiana Fever arrived at the Moda Center to take on the Portland Fire. Even before the players stepped onto the court, the tension surrounding this matchup was almost unbearable. Outside the arena, a massive pre-game rally was taking place over Fever guard Sophie Cunningham and her recent, widely publicized comments regarding transgender athletes. The atmosphere was absolutely electric, and the crowd was clearly prepared to make its voices heard. When Cunningham finally entered the game midway through the opening quarter, the entire MOA Center erupted, but they were certainly not cheering for her, buddy. Instead, she was greeted with a thunderous, deafening wave of boos from the Portland crowd. The pressure inside the building was enormous. Most players would have completely collapsed under that level of hostility and negative energy. But what did Sophie Cunningham do? How did she respond when an entire arena turned against her?
And this is what you guys do. Come on, man. The fix is in. They are just trying to give A'ja Wilson everything at this point. They are literally trying to give her everything. Jonquel Jones, no one on the Liberty is close to her with the ball. Look at that. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. WNBA refs. I want an investigation. Okay? Enough is enough. Like, the cheating has to stop. She's a great player without the refs being in her back pocket. That's just how I feel. She's a great enough player without having the refs in her back pocket. And of course, let me see. She shoots another 11 free throws. I mean, the girl shoots 11, 12, 13, 14 free throws a game. She's getting calls like this. Brianna Stewart, not happy about it in the post game.
She completely turned the narrative around and embraced the chaos. Not long after stepping into the hostile atmosphere and hearing the crowd loudly express its extreme disapproval, Cunningham caught the basketball, squared up, and drilled a huge three-pointer that extended the Fever's early advantage to 14-8. She never backed down for even a moment. Instead, she thrived on the negative energy, fully embracing the ultimate villain role in that arena, and eventually finished with a crucial 13 points to help keep her team rolling. While Cunningham was quieting the crowd with her shooting, another player on the floor was busy rewriting the record books. We have to talk about Caitlin Clark because what she is doing on the basketball court right now is simply extraordinary. The league is desperately searching for a way to slow her down, and against the Portland Fire, she delivered an absolute offensive masterpiece. Clark completely picked apart the Fire's defensive strategy, leading the Indiana Fever to a dominant 112-98 victory. The win marked the team's fifth straight victory, and their offense looks completely unstoppable at the moment. But it is the individual numbers that have truly left the sports world in complete disbelief. Caitlin Clark finished with an incredible 26 points, collected 10 rebounds, and handed out 10 assists.
Once that third quarter rolled around, Stephanie White said, "Hey, slow it down, man. We got to get Kelsey Mitchell this 20-point game real quick." And Kelsey Mitchell just kept shooting until she got that 20-point. We have to keep the streak alive. Oh boy. Caitlin Clark with her fourth career triple-double, 26 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell, 13 straight games with 20-plus points. tied with Diana Taurasi for the second longest streak. She is now looking at Asia Wilson. She has a good amount of games to go to get the Asia Wilson 20-point game streak. But Kelsey Mitchell, she is on her way there. Before we get into the highlights, let's check the box score. Like I said, Indiana Fever came out hot, 27 points in the first quarter, 29 points in the second quarter, 34 points in the third quarter, and that fourth quarter rolls around. Woo! That fourth quarter rolled around. I did think in that fourth quarter, Caitlin Clark was, we were triple-double hunting. We were triple-double hunting. She could have had 30. She could have had an easy 35 if she wasn't triple-double hunting and looking for assists that Aaliyah Boston continued to pass up. Oh, wow. Great pass from Caitlin Clark to Aaliyah Boston, and Aaliyah Boston does a hockey assist to Kelsey Mitchell. Oh, nice pass. Caitlin Clark finding Aaliyah Boston, and Aaliyah Boston gives the ball to Kelsey Mitchell. Yeah, we saw too many of that, especially in the second half. Kelsey Mitchell, 26 points on 21 shots.
Buddy, that was her fourth career triple-double. To put that remarkable accomplishment into perspective, she is now tied with Sabrina for the third most triple-doubles in the entire history of the league, and she achieved the feat in only her 78th career game. Right now, she is playing basketball on a completely different level from everyone else on the planet. With that incredible stat line, Clark also became the fastest player in league history to surpass 1,500 points and 650 assists. The previous record belonged to the legendary Sue Bird, who reached that major milestone in 116 games. Clark completely demolished that mark by getting there 38 games sooner. The Fever created a huge separation in the third quarter, building an impressive 18-point lead. Even when Portland fought hard to cut the deficit late in the fourth quarter, Clark stayed composed and knocked down clutch free throws during the final minute to officially and decisively secure the victory.
Honestly, today, we lost, we lost by 5, and there's things that we could have done different, and there's calls that could have gone our way.
Yeah, there's definitely calls that could have gone your way. There's definitely, I saw a major call with that ref cheating that could have went your way. WNBA got to get it together, man.
But the fact that we were fighting, we were in it for 40 minutes, and it's hard to have improvement off of a loss, but I want to say this is improvement because it's we didn't have to dig ourselves out of a hole. We didn't have to do all these things. We were just playing basketball. We were playing basketball against a good team, and they made more plays than us. And sometimes that's the way it goes. And now we move on and we look forward to Saturday.
Thanks, everyone.
Out of bounds in the fourth quarter. Did you have a good look on that?
Yeah, I did. So did Asia. She was walking back to half court.
With their.
Did you hear that? She says, so did Asia. She was walking back to half court. Crazy work, man. Crazy work.
Star power and scoring ability. You try to pick and choose where we think we can win some of the battles. And yes, she didn't have a great first half, maybe scoring wise, but Young does. So this is a really tough team playing here, third time this season. We had a chance to win. We gave ourselves a chance, and I'm really happy with the way the group fought back, and we were pretty resilient. And again, we had a chance at that.
And then just your spark off the bench over there.
I see it started.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, starter.
Now brace yourself, buddy, because we have to make a sharp turn toward the massive officiating controversy that completely overshadowed the rest of the weekend. While the Fever were dominating in Portland, an all-out battle was unfolding between the New York Liberty and the Las Vegas Aces. These are two powerhouse teams, and the highly anticipated matchup was a thriller from the opening tip until the final buzzer. In the end, the Aces escaped with a razor-thin 104-99 victory, but the final score does not fully explain how the game actually ended, and furious fans are now demanding a full investigation into the officiating. Here is exactly what happened during the highly controversial closing moments. With precisely 17.9 seconds left on the clock, the tension had reached its highest point. The Aces were holding on to a slim 98-95 advantage. Las Vegas superstar A.A. Wilson, who delivered a dominant performance with 33 points and 10 rebounds, aggressively drove toward the basket against Liberty defender Gianquil Jones. During the physical drive, Wilson appeared to lose control of the basketball, and it bounced out of bounds. Nearly everyone inside the arena, along with the millions watching at home, believed the ball had clearly gone off Wilson. It should have been New York's possession, giving them a golden opportunity to tie the game with a clutch three-pointer. Instead, in a shocking and devastating turn of events, the officials pointed in the opposite direction, ruling that the ball had gone off New York. That decision transformed the situation into a complete nightmare for the Liberty. The team had already used its only coach's challenge earlier in the game, and with no challenges remaining, they were left completely powerless, unable to force the referees to review the highly questionable, potentially game-changing call on the sideline monitors. The Aces kept possession, Jackie Young was fouled, converted her crucial free throws, and the game was effectively over.
15 points, 3 rebounds for Michaela Timpson. Outside of Caitlin Clark, I gotta say this. Outside of Caitlin Clark, I might have the most faith in Michaela Timpson to make a layup on this team. No bullshit. No bullshit. Outside of Caitlin Clark, I might have the most faith in Michaela Timpson to make a run-of-the-mill, fundamental layup. To finish around the rim, even in traffic. Michaela Timpson right behind Caitlin Clark in terms of my faith in them. Ty Harris didn't really do much today, but I don't really expect Ty Harris to do much. She wasn't really a negative on the floor today, so I will give Ty Harris that. Let's take a look at some of the footage, shall we? Impossible angle. This pass is nasty. Look at this dime. Look at this dime. Caitlin Clark, head up. Kelsey cuts. Look at this. In between, she's passing in between 3 players before the ball even leaves her hand. And then, whoop, it passes a fourth by the time it gets to Kelsey. Caitlin Clark made a pass to Kelsey Mitchell that passed 4 Portland Fire players before it got to Kelsey Mitchell's hands. Nasty work for CC22. Caitlin Clark from anywhere. Caitlin Clark creates space and buries a deep 3. I love that little skip dribble she does as she sizes up her opponents. Up, in between, step back, 3, right in your face. You ain't guarding that. You ain't guarding that. And you know what? She lets them know right after. She lets them know, you can't guard that shit. You can't guard that. In that first half,
Liberty superstar Brianna Stewart, who finished with an impressive 26 points and 11 rebounds, was absolutely furious about the way the game ended. After the final buzzer, she wasted no time expressing her frustration during the post-game press conference. Stewart openly criticized the officiating, boldly saying that she believed even A.A. Wilson knew the referees had made the wrong call. When reporters directly asked Stewart if she truly believed the decision was incorrect, she responded with complete confidence, saying, "Yeah, I did. So did A.A. She was walking back to half court, buddy." When an offensive player immediately turns and heads back on defense after a loose ball, they usually know they lost possession. Stewart pointing out that specific detail has sent the internet into an absolute frenzy, with outraged fans accusing the officials of deliberately protecting the Aces superstar during one of the most critical moments of the game. Buddy, the level of drama surrounding this league right now is truly unprecedented and unlike anything we have seen before.
Let's see.
Chris, you guys are giving up the most threes this month, and they shot 46% from deep tonight. I guess, what do you think is going on with your guys' perimeter defense in particular, especially, I mean, there's layers to that, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, they hit some open ones, then they hit some tough ones, but you can't take everything away. So I think in general, like, we want to definitely protect the three-point line, but against this team especially, like, they're very good in the paint. Like, we know that, and they got hot a little bit, and obviously we have to do a better job with our shot challenges, and probably earlier than that, probably just pursuit and trying to get connected and not stress our bigs out. Like, you can't take away the rim, paint, and the three-point line. So I just think overall, like, we got to keep taking the right steps forward. And again, it's more about not the 3 going up, but what happens before that, and we just need to be attached a little bit more and continue to fight.
And Brianna, just like big picture on the defense for this month, it's definitely like dropped a little bit without Leo and Satu and all of that. But I guess just what do you think needs to change for you guys to be able to like up the intensity on that end and have more resistance?
I mean, I think, just continuing to be up and in a little bit more. Like that just means like everybody has a little bit higher pickup point based on their individual matchup. But like our defense is changing scheme to scheme based on the games. So I think that we're
On one side, we have Caitlin Clark rewriting the record books almost every night, while Sophie Cunningham silenced an entire hostile arena with undeniably clutch shooting. On the other side, we have Brianna Stewart openly criticizing the officials, arguing that a blown out-of-bounds call denied the Liberty a fair opportunity to win a huge game. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments right now. Do you truly believe the referees intentionally protected A.A. Wilson on that final play to secure the victory? And do you think Caitlin Clark is putting together the greatest statistical season in the history of the sport? Share your strongest opinions in the comments below. If you want the unfiltered truth about the WNBA that mainstream media tries to hide, make sure you smash that like button right now. Subscribe to the channel, turn on all notifications, buddy, because we will not be silenced. See you in the next one.